Welcome back to the ROG Dream League Season 8. Beautiful laptop down there. Oh, golly, what a great laptop. Almost as nice as this Zen Pad. Wonderful products. Thank you, ROG, for making this the most technologically advanced Dream League that we've had so far. Breaking news, gentlemen, on the Twitter. Could it be that Moon Meander has just left DC? Could it be with this breaking news brief here on Dream League? Gentlemen, thoughts?
Yeah, he probably did.
You've heard it here first with that breaking news. But anyway.
What do you want me to say? You know?
I don't know. Like, you're supposed to be... News anchors are all like, exciting and stuff.
It's what William said, right? It's like they didn't manage to qualify for anything, so I guess there's something going on.
We'll head on over now to Blitz with the action report. Blitz.
Thank you, Slacks. Hearing live as well. Shocked at the news. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. The thing is, if you don't qualify for stuff nowadays, it sucks. Because you know that, it matters now. In the past, it's like, you guys, you know what? We'll make the TI run eventually. But now it's like, it's go time from the get-go. These games matter.
Hold on a second. I'm getting more breaking news here. We have a game that is going to start soon between Team Empire.
It's on the screen.
And Mid or Feet.
Thank you, Slacks.
Wow. Let's head on over to the war room right now with this developing situation. Fogg and Owen.
Thank you, Slacks. It seems we've got a big change-up coming out here. We have Bane first pick coming out from Synderen. It's a total change from everything else that we ever see because Synderen just picks Bane every game.
Oh, my God.
Well, there's no one picked this at TI, right? Did they?
No.
And then, of course, Synderen's like, oh, this hero is good.
Hey, you know what? That hero is good. Have you read about the Ags, bro? The Ags on that hero was insane.
Well, the one where you touch him and you nightmare yourself.
No. They changed it.
Well, they changed it.
Brain sap.
Oh, yeah, that 1.5 second cooldown?
1.5 second cooldown, 500 pure damage with the talent. You're a machine gun of 500 pure damage.
Does it go through BKB?
It does.
You cannot use you cannot brain sap a target that is BKB.
Yes, no, it does.
It's
the
pure
Ags
damage.
does it. The Ags does it.
The Ags does it?
It makes it pierce immunity.
Yeah.
All right, that's never going to happen because you have to level 25 anyway.
500 pure damage carry Bane.
Yeah.
Do I believe you guys?
100%. The Ags makes it pierce immunity.
Do you believe them?
It pierces immunity.
I actually knew this.
You did not? Okay.
This just didn't
I was just trying to debate you.
I've never gotten there with it.
I don't think anyone has fault. I don't think there's been any pro games where there's been an Ags Bane. I can guarantee. I'm sure there's not.
We're about to see it
I'm about
here
to do
today.
it now. That sounds awesome.
All right.
What if he gets stunned and just dies?
Shut up, Script. You don't know shit, Script.
No,
But what if
he's
he doesn't?
5 support.
No,
You
Script.
go blink Aether Lens, and then you get gifted an Ags by Alk.
Oh!
That's the Synderen strat. Where's that outpick?
How do you get those items as a 5?
Anyway.
All right, back to
Blink
business.
Aether's not that much.
As a 5
That's a
Bane?
reasonable amount of gold.
How do you farm as Bane?
You're
Back
not
to
a 5.
business. Hey, we got a draft here,
sorry.
gentlemen. Please, please.
You are a 5 Bane, never mind. That's a 5 position Bane.
Anyway, Batrider is a hero.
Yeah, Batrider Nightstalker Vision game coming out from Empire. Really like this is a really strong opener to pressure safe lane, and just overall in the game, it's super obnoxious to play versus because, yeah, you're playing with a huge vision disadvantage. That being said, though, Mitterfeed has had, decent success with the Bane. I feel like Synderen, one of the few players who plays it.
Wow.
It's just like one of the ones he likes.
So what's
I mean, as long as he's happy.
Yeah, I mean,
But
what's the popular combos
give him
with
that.
Bane? Mirana, Arrow,
Yeah. Kunkka.
Kunkka.
Kunkka?
Well, they got our
Well, they got Earthspirit in there, yeah, I guess so. Kunkka's unlikely.
If you take Earth Spirit Yanni's as your 4, and you're against a Bane, and you show your both support combos, then you can't take like Oracle or Silencer, or whatever. Does that mean in offlane you have to take like Legion, or your safe laner has to be what, like Weaver or
Legion banned, yeah.
Weaver, or who's the other one that's really good? Like Slark or something?
I think you have to. That's the thing that kind of stinks. Like they would put so much of their hand out on the table.
I feel like against that lineup you do need a save, or you have to overrun them, but you're not really overrunning people with Bane, Earth Spirit. So offlane you need like LC.
I feel like this opener for I feel like you need LC, but yeah, it's banned out right away, and they ban out the Mirana for the combo too.
That's so rough.
That's really hard.
Oh, they got to disrupt as well to mess with them.
I feel like Mitterfeed just picked the 2 heroes that they really want to play, right? Weeha loves to play the 4 or Spirit, and Synderen loves to play the Bane. So,
Fair enough.
Well, I mean, maybe I'm looking forward to Sin showing us all up with some sick Bane plays.
Sure, me too.
You know, that's what I'm ready for.
You can't even take something like Void now, because all their heroes are good against Void as well.
Yeah.
Sind has the answers. He's doing his best to secure his next casting gig with this draft.
Yeah, you can't take a... Oh. All right.
Hey. We also got someone that no one ever mentions on this team. It's Kezu. Kezu, bro.
And we always mention Kezu.
Prophet ban?
Prophet is not banned.
Nah.
Do you really want to play Prophet against
Bane, Batrider,
Batrider, Night Stalker?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
And Disruptor.
But it's coming anyway.
It's coming.
Yeah, no, Sin says yes, you do.
You know, is it just like Midderfield or like, guys, no matter what, these are the 5 heroes we're gonna pick?
I hope not, but I know Kezu is very vocal in the draft, and he does like say what hero that he likes versus the heroes that he sees. So right away he already sees the 2 supports right in the game, so he's probably thinking about what he wants to play versus that. I wouldn't imagine he just picked something like just out of nowhere. But.
Maybe no. Sin's gonna pick something that's just to make everything make sense.
So if your second pick, you have to show a core first. Is that right?
What?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Probably,
Yes.
Yeah, you always have to show one of your 2 cores. One of your 2 first. I think that was like the big disadvantage, if I remember correctly, that most teams found in having first or second is that you always have to reveal your 1 or 2 position before the enemy does, and that's why.
Well, there's the Kezu Dark, and that's
pairing with
nice.
their
Dark
Spirit,
Seer Spirit, very good.
Team fight. Disruptor's quite good versus the Darkseer, but this is for like the combo that they want.
Yeah.
Just take Slark, YOLO.
I think that's the thing is like Slark is probably like the best pick that Midderfield can do, but it's into Disruptor, which is pretty rough.
Yeah, you should like get a BKB at some point. It's all good.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
All right, I'm a little confused as a noob. Why is Darkseer Bane a combo? What is that? You guys...
I mean, it's the Dark Seer Spirit. The Bane.
Oh, Earth Spirit. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Boy.
Oh, good luck, Sin.
That's rough.
Good luck, boy.
Rupture gonna do a lot. A lot of these heroes really rely on mobility, moving around, and causing chaos. And then Bloodseeker just says, "Okay, nobody can move now."
I mean, the Blood Rite just makes it impossible for the Bane to Fiend script ever this game.
I think this is also kind of in preparation, like Blitz was saying. They kind of need these like Slark, this Void, these kind of heroes, but it doesn't fit now. And Bloodseeker's amazing versus those heroes.
Juggernaut. Okay.
I mean, Sin used to always draft Jug, I swear, like every game. Back when, what were they in when they were in DreamLeague with Vera? Was it Nip? What were they called then? No Diggity, wasn't it?
No Diggity, yeah.
Back in No Diggity, it was like every game, Jug was the pick. Sin loves to pick a Juggernaut.
You need strong laner versus the Batrider, someone that can remove the Napalm stack.
I think we need some cancel mid Magnus. Go for the Wombo. Mag Jug could win the game.
This has been like a pretty, it's a pretty nifty draft by Empire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They countered every way. So like even if you take Slark, they take the Bloodseeker, then you're kind of like shoved into a hole where you can't do that anymore. And Bloodseeker's like the anti-carry. He just limits a lot of your options.
Yeah.
What do they pick here for the mid? I mean, both teams, I guess, still needing their mid laner.
5 seconds remaining.
See,
I don't know. It's really rough right now.
They even banned the mag on top of what you were saying. So they're thinking maybe the Wombo combo is one of the only fears, even though they have the big vision.
The problem is whatever mid you take won't have the save.
No.
So
well,
even if
what
you're
about
really
the OD? You got a bit of save with OD.
You're gonna. I feel like you're just gonna get gripped.
I mean, I think
triple silence lineup. There's no way you can pick OD, right?
Is it just?
Owen's always pushing OD just because of the initials.
Is Puck available? I'm blind right now, but I feel like Puck might be.
Puck's still in the pool. Puck is still there.
Puck is still there, and they ban out the Meepo.
My boy Puck.
My boy Puck.
Super all in though, right?
I thought Puck was genderless. He's not your boy.
Yeah.
My
Come on,
boy.
Blitz. Can we be accurate in this day and age? Hey.
My
genderless fairy dragon.
my
My attack helicopter.
That sounds like a good chat-up line, right, doesn't it?
If we could just call people fairy dragons from now on instead of
Everything
gender,
would be
I'd be
solved.
down.
Yeah, Twitter would have nothing to argue about anymore, you know?
Right.
It's like, all right.
Tumblr would just shut down.
That's
Damn.
go out of business.
Slacks, do you identify yourself as a fairy dragon?
On Thursday.
Oh, they took Ember.
Ember.
Okay.
Ember Spirit.
Ember's good too, actually. Ember's not bad here.
Yeah.
For real? Against a disruptor? I love.
What? You can dodge it
can
every
dodge it
time. That's because you play against garbage.
Shut up, Blitz. No, isn't Glimpse pretty good?
Oh, there's the OD. They take the OD.
You don't.
Oh,
Because if
shit.
you
Owen
time
called
it
I didn't want that.
to
Yeah.
slide a fist at the moment that you're supposed to
take
go back, it does nothing.
Oh, interesting.
So they've got the double ion shell carriers from the Jug and the Ember to try to just keep that like run at you aggression coming out. All right, we'll see if it works for them.
I'm looking forward to Cinder and Bane.
Pretty strong Empire.
Cinder and
draft.
Bane. If anyone can do it, it probably isn't Sin, but we'll see if he can.
Interesting. All right. Well, I'm going to need some predictions. I'm going to go first this time, so you can't claim that I'm bandwagoning. Really like Empire's draft because of the Bloodseeker, okay? They have 2 different heroes that force movement between people. Disruptor and Bloodseeker is one of my favorite combos. Somebody gets ruptured, they move a little bit, then you glimpse them back, take a massive amount of damage. So I'm going for Empire on this one.
Okay. I'd like to know, on top of that, so there's like an overall thing that can designate you. Do you think Empire will win the series 2-0?
I don't make such claims. Okay. We don't have time. Let's go.
Empire.
Empire? Bandwagoners. All right, well, we'll go ahead and shoot over to our casters, Owen and the Fuege. Thought.
Oh, hello. Thank you very much, Slacks. And indeed, game 1 of the second series of the day. Middle feed versus Team Empire. And I'm ready for some... I can't remember last time I got to cast a Bane game. That's nice. Thanks, Sind. Thinking of us casters, you know.
It has definitely been a while. I watched, I think, a couple games when they were playing with the Bane, and he had some pretty good moves. I don't know if they won the games, but he definitely got some nice fiends out.
Since Sin joined, it's they won 2, they lost 8. So the chances are they probably didn't win those games. But we'll see what happens this time round. Weehaw has decided to roll through them all. Should be fine. He's got a couple of napalm stacks upon him, but he's got Tomato and Cinder and backing him up. In fact, they turn onto Ghost Stick. You have to be careful if the stacks do start to build up. Ghost Stick, no, not wanting to man fight though. Maybe potentially worried about Nightmare into any sort of Blade Fury.
Yeah, he actually had Brain Sap skilled. I think if he had Sleep, that
could have set someone up.
Actually, didn't have been a dead Bat Rider, right? They just sleep and spin on him. It could have been a kill there, but wanting the Brain Sap so that he can zone and so that he can give Weehaw the liberty to run around the map. You can understand that. But that should still be a tough matchup for them. The Bat Rider Night Stalker can put a lot of pressure onto those supports and keep them there. The OD pick is pretty nice too there, like less because they now have another way to break the Fiend's Grip if it's not on the OD. They have so many silences and ways to kind of deal with that Fiend's Grip too from a distance. So I'll bandwagon as well, right? And go for Empire. But I did really like their draft overall. The Bloodseeker pick, I thought they really covered their bases to set up for everything that they wanted. So let's see, Tomato in the safe lane with that Jug. We've got the Cancel Ember Spirit. See how they can do. It's a pretty hard matchup for the Ember versus OD.
I mean,
with help.
Yeah, which lane is sort of looking the best, would you say, for middle feed?
Jeez.
Like, they all look pretty tough.
They all look pretty hard.
This laning stage does not look to be any sort of...
I mean, their safe lane, it depends on where the Night Stalker goes. Night Stalker will probably start mid and make his way toward the top lane. And they should be able to guarantee their safe lane, but like Darkseer is going to get the double Ion Shell out, then he's going to start getting pressured, and Bloodseeker can sustain because you just Blood Rage yourself and deny creeps.
Poshka and Weehaw going for a bit of one-on-one here. Weehaw needs to be respecting the damage that Miposh can do with the Voids and such level 1.
Yeah, Miposhka's got boots. He's just kind of walking him down, waiting for him to start the roll so he can stop it with the Void. He's not committing the Void though.
Bottom lane.
Play there.
Kezu getting a little aggressive there, involved in the side pulls and such.
Yeah, Kezu will get some levels and stuff, but this is the problem with Darkseer is like the nerfs that we've all said and that's been happening. That 100 mana Ion Shell, he's already He's not going to be close to a Soul Ring yet. He's going to have his level 2 at least, but yeah, it's pretty hard to actually play Darkseer now. And they're not even doing like the dual pressure lane with their Earth Spirit.
Oh, no, Sind.
Getting stacked up. They don't have level 2 yet though. And the Earth Spirit bring up there doesn't let them actually commit.
Mid lane. Fan, again with the Astrals, trying to keep Cancel as low in the CS as possible. But so far, Cancel keeping up a good pace. 7 for 2, 6 for 3 between the two of them. Very even at the moment, being in these early levels for the OD Ember matchup.
FN is usually one of like the better OD players that I do see. He's very good at the lane matchup and overall in the game for it. So this should be pretty hard for Cancel, but yeah, like you said, he's doing pretty decent. Instantly gets astraled up, but that is a level 2 Flame Guard, so doesn't get removed.
Giving up in a bit of a rundown here with the chains. FN will be fine.
It's got the cells.
Playing right on the edge of it all. There's a bit of a wraparound.
Kenzu's hasted. He's actually looking to go for the courier.
I think they're aware. They're starting to maneuver it away.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
He's chasing. He's hunting. There's the juke.
There's the one punch.
It's not going to happen. He's
and he got it. That ward that they've got actually saw the courier try to hide, so he was able to claim it because of that.
Now, can they kill him? That's the question.
Nah, he's
nice. Fine. Okay, Kezu with a movement that They would have not suspected at all.
That's something that happens maybe never. Ghosting top, they get the spin. Unable to close the gap.
Oh, we are still just level 1, of course, not anything else that he can throw out in hope for getting that.
He still had Fairy Fire too, so he was fairly okay, but yeah, if the roll connected, it could have been a kill.
All things said and done, lane's pretty even. CS is looking good for both halves. Slight, easier lane for Chappie, of course, with that movement from Kezu getting a lot of space, but top lane Jug. Tomato doing very, very well to start off with.
Just that courier kill. That's really pushing them ahead on set right now.
Slight offset.
And having no courier, so he can't deliver the second null. It's actually such a big help for cancel. Like, not just that, but, the OD can't deliver those big items to just let him dominate the lane.
And we are getting aggressive once again. Ghostic pops back to the high ground and we'll be safe.
The beauty of playing like a 5 support with a Bloodseeker in your lane is you can just constantly chain pull because you know the Bloodseeker always has enough sustain to stay down there. So we should see Vanscore be pretty high level in this game as the Disruptor. Just constantly getting the stack pulls off and maximizing. Mid lane, Synderen trying to get a setup here. Cancel gets the chains off, they get the sleep. Earth Spirit TPing in.
See if they can do this, bring this FN down. They come forward and Poshka trying to hold back Cancel, but Weehar's there with the boulder smash onto 2 FN up the high ground. Where's the right click from Sin? There it is. Synderen, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the first blood. As middle feed. And the presence known in the mid lane. Very good TP from Weehar, getting in on making sure that that kill was on point.
Great 2-man stun too. Getting Miposhka and the OD in that one was pretty cheeky. Kazu, also almost level 5 now on the Darks here, so once he gets that level 3 Ion Shell, that's when it starts actually, he can double Ion Shell and try to pressure the Bloodseeker. But still, you always have to be careful of the glimpse and the Disruptor being in the area. But now with the Earth Spirit rotating down, we could see mid or feed get aggressive on here.
Especially if they can catch the Disruptor. Vanscore out of position.
They might be able to do so here.
Okay, Zoo's got the eyes on him. Weehar coming forward. Iron Shell, the first one's out. Roll forward, blocking Vanscore in position. And fantastic smash once again from Weehar. Gets the kill. Trying to surge Weehar away, but he's trapped in the field. Chappie gets one.
Uh-oh, Kazu's in trouble now too.
Yep,
the power of Bloodseeker.
This is the speed. He closes the gap. The silence. Kezu's got surge up. He's not going to make it. Chappie. The chase is too strong. Double kill for the Bloodseeker. And then at the end of the day, a rotation very much not worth it for middle feed, giving Chappie those 2 kills.
Yeah, it's pushes him so far ahead now. Top lane, trying to go for Miposhka. Tries to fly out, getting blocked a bit by Sind. They aren't able to get the spin. He's a bit too speedy. 430 movement speed with that Windlace boots.
Again, the CS this game looking very juicy for everyone. No one really getting left behind. Despite what could potentially have been a bad matchup for the Ember Spirit, Cancel as well, holding his own very nicely. He's a few last hits behind it. He's quite a lot of denies. What's the level difference between the OD and the Ember Spirit? Well, OD's nearly reaching on 7.
It's like almost more than a full level ahead.
It's more than, yeah.
Kind of expected. Like, that's what we said. Yeah. The OD just starts to be able to dominate that lane so hard. And I like this by Chappie. He had the treads queued up, but after he gets a double kill, goes to Midas, and he's got it already. 6-minute Midas on Bloodseeker. That's going to help him skyrocket in that net worth.
Yeah, I guess we sort of laugh and joke about the Bane, but it's proving to be quite useful against these Night Stalker rotations. One Nightmare and suddenly that Night Stalker isn't closing the gap. And it's very hard for anything to happen during these early night times.
Yeah, we poke our fun at it, but the hero overall, it's a very strong laner. It's just how much can you make, how much can you get done in the lane, and can your Fiend Troops actually be worth having a single target disabling hero as your 5 support?
As expected, considering how Chappie was doing, it's good timing on the Midas. 7 minutes and it's out on him. So.
That's super early. Like, he's level 7.
And that's what we had. That's a poor man's boots and tread. Yeah,
he's going to be a very, very farmed Bloodseeker this game.
Yep. Tower is under attack.
So things looking good for Chappie indeed. Mid lane Cancel as the backup of Weehar. Good levels as well on the Earth Spirit, level 4 at the moment.
I like Miposhka's positioning here. He's expecting some kind of like Ion Shelled Ember Spirit with the Remnants commit onto the OD, and he's just sitting right behind him to kind of make sure they don't go for that. Sleep comes out. They think it's a real Night Stalker, but it's just an illusion.
All right.
Lots of time wasted. They've got a Shrine up. Do they have a smoke as well? They do not have a smoke, so they don't want to go for anything. And they don't even use the Shrine. They just kind of farm a bit. Kazu is actually, by the way, doing Ancients as Darks here. He stacked it up, and he's Ion Shell killing it.
Alright, getting some very nice experience out of this as well, Kezi.
It's pretty cute. I like that. Unfortunately, he didn't get like the good creeps, but or the prowlers.
Looking to play around with Cancel. He's level 6, so he's not duke it out with the Remnant. He's got a fair bit of mana as well, so I mean, yeah, Miposhka's not going to be a threat. The question is if they can turn. Sin comes in into the neighborhood, has the Nightmare to set up for Weehar to roll forward. Cancel's Flame Guard's out, Boulder Smash. Weehar has the control, and Miposhka gets punished. A little too deep there for the Night Stalker, and Miposhka not having the impact that he may have hoped to do so on the Night Stalker this game. A couple of failed movements. FN with the DD coming a little bit close there.
He did force a lot of rotations, though. He got a ward down, and Tomato even started rotating as the Jug, too. So it was like 4 heroes kind of moving toward that Night Stalker. Not great, but...
FN, he just walks in with the DD, drops the Sanities, and Cancel...
Did he just...
He just gets straight up blown up by the ultimate. Yeah.
So he got 3 hits on him, it looks like, with the Arcane Orb DD. So he probably was already below half health, and yeah.
Oh, look at that, yeah, Kezu just getting chunked down. Top lane, Sin with the rotation, looking to try and set up onto Miposhka. It's quite deep.
TP's coming in from
It is indeed. Weehar's already on the way out. He says, this is not the place I want to be. Gets himself out of there. Go stick. We'll have the D ward at the ready.
Sind is getting glimpsed back.
And yeah, he's gone. Just try and hold back some of them with the Nightmare onto Van's core. It's not going to help him for the beatdown from Miposhka. As he is gone. And yeah, this mid lane, this OD, the levels that he has, this is scary. You know, FN level 9, Cancel hitting level 7. So a large disparity. And in fact, he's nearly level 10 on this OD. This is where it gets very hard for Cancel really to turn up to lane.
Same thing with the Bloodseeker. Just look at the core levels. They've got over full level advantage on both cores in comparison.
Yeah, this is where it gets really scary. Both cores are just getting really good traction in comparison to that of middle feeds.
Look at this. Chappie is rushing the Dragonlance. So he wants to have the 4-step for the Rupture push. But committing for a full Dragonlance, it's a bit different.
Cancel heading down.
Mike, sorry.
He was looking to see if he could maybe catch out and get a jump onto
I think that's the best way that they can get themselves back in this one, because it's already starting. Yeah. It's not a massive deficit, but it's already looking very hard for them to take fights. They got to use that Ion Shell. They got to use that abuse of Ember Spirit with it.
Let's see if Zing can do anything here. Has the Nightmare set up Tomato, Blade Fury to make sure that the glimpse back isn't going to be successful. FN juking out the roll with the Astral. He's still very deep up on the high ground. Tomato has the Omni Slash, and that's FN out. Weehar will pay with his life, but middle feed do take down the OD. Definitely the biggest target in the game. And Tomato gets the kill as well. So good rotation from middle feed. Puts a slight halt to that push on the mid lane tier 1. Keeps the tower alive.
And they get a deny. Yep. Nice. So works out for them.
I mean, you saw that Empire were getting very aggressive. FN came right up onto the high ground next to the tower. They nearly had it. Maybe was hoping for his team to take down the tower before the rest of the fight kicked off, but they were unable to.
I liked how Ghostic in that fight was abusing the OD aura too. He was just spamming sticky on nothing. He actually got like 3 procs. It's a dream playing Batrider with OD on your team. Miposhka just soaking experience top. Like you said, his rotations this game they didn't all end up working out so great, but at least he like forced movements and all that, and yeah, he's still okay on levels. Bottom lane, looking to try to get aggressive onto Chappie here with this maxed out Ion Shell.
Would be the dream kill. Not quite 6 on Weehar though, so no magnetize.
He's so tanky.
It's a hard kill.
1600 HP.
With 4 heroes though, they've got a chance. They're bringing everyone down. Sin does have Fiend's Grip as well.
They scan. He knows something's up.
He's right back behind the trees.
They're committing.
There's the Remnant forward. They've got the vision. Blood right laid down. There's TPs coming through. Can they kill Chappie in time?
Oh, the Disruptor!
Yeah, it's got 3 of them. Chappie, but he still gets Fiend's Grip. Sin's there with the control. They do add the damage. They take the Bloodseeker. They get Van's core as well.
Ooh, that could have gone. They didn't actually have any more TPs to come down, huh?
Yeah, one more TP from Empire could have turned it. Now middle feed have to get out. Here's the rotation. FN closes forward. Weehar will be able to get himself away. Cancel hiding in the tree line. Does have a TP. He knows that he can't do it straight up. Lots of ways for Empire to hold him back. In fact, he wants to fight Cancel. He's looking at Miposhka. Now he goes for the TP. FN does not have the Astral available. And they did indeed. Not a single kill there for Empire. And as you say, at the end of the day, they just needed to have one more TP ready. They needed someone else there to be at the start of the fight, and they would have had a chance. But middle feed, they see an opening, they take it. Big kills indeed.
Yeah, I think Ghostic was low and he TP'd home maybe, because his TP is on cooldown for 30 more seconds. So his TP was cooldown. FN doesn't have, I don't think he had it up, I don't believe, so. Good rotations coming out from mid or feed, though, capitalizing on that. And yeah, the Night Stalker with no TP either.
Yeah, really nice as well, because obviously during that time, Tomato gets all the space in the world up top. And, you know, 12, 13 minutes in, to only be 600 behind a Bloodseeker that had a Midas this early on, that's absolutely fine pacing for this Jug. Tomato's in a... He's in a good place still on the jungle.
Ideally, too, it's, you know, it's 10 minutes in or so. They want to be able to get a tower off of those type of kills that they get bottom. Weehaw bottom, just getting demolished by that Max Arcane Orb. But yeah, they got the kills, but they don't pressure the tower. So that's the one scary thing that does happen for mid or feed, because they don't really have the greatest building eaters. It's just really the Juggernaut.
And they may want to think twice about holding this bottom lane. You know, already this OD's built up a fair bit of int. He's got the Sanities clips available. Voshka jumping forward. Notice the Cinnamon was hiding there in the tree line. And they want to get away from this. They do not want to try and fight FN with that Sanities ready to drop.
They've got
very risky.
Magnetize online. Weehaw does port down, so it does look like they want to fight.
I guess, yeah, if they can get the silence onto FN, they could certainly take it. Weehaw, smash, actually does manage to connect onto 3. That's brilliant. Meposhka will try and duke it out. Nightmare set up there, allowing them to close the gap onto Vanskor. They'll take down the Disruptor. So, okay, grouping up now as 5, middle feed, able to hold them back.
Oh, Kezu did the Dominator, as you're pointing out right there.
Okay.
So, build we saw once when it was super good, when obviously Dominator was broken and
yeah, I think
everyone got it.
Like what MSS started building it like every game.
Yeah. It can be cool with the vacuum combos that you're doing. It's a really good aura that you actually get for your team. 15 attack speed and 10 HP regen.
Well, FN wants to do something here, doesn't he? He's got the Sanities. There is a Remnant out, though. If they get the silence, that's such an easy kill. Look at the damage. It's disgusting. FN with these beatdowns. Bottom lane, Vanskor, though, left alone. Fiend's Grip from Sin catches him out.
And they're going to get a tower off of it now.
There's the push.
Jeez, I thought like one of those guys was Blood Rage from how hard the OD was hitting there.
Oh, yeah, Blood Rage and Sanity's Eclipse that's going to be deadly.
Blood Rage with Arcane Orb. Definitely pretty scary.
They need to control and kill this OD.
Empire trying to take a fight bottom. They have the blink on the Bat Rider. They're trying to make something happen down here. They've got everybody kind of in the area. They know there's no Fiend's Grip. They know there's no Magnetize.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
See what Meposhka can do with his nighttime. Looking forward.
They get the silence, the rupture, the drag. This is an indefinite death for Kezu. They've got to bail.
They might be able to get more. Look, FN going forward. Look towards Sin. Sin with the Nightmare holds back the OD. They'll take the Nightmare, in fact, off FN. See if he can get the chance to chase down.
Oh, he gets the mana proc from the first sticky, but no flame break to push him back or anything.
It's Kezu gone. Empire losing a tower bottom. Maybe have to find some returns. Still, the Tomato, all the space in the world.
He's farming great, but
he's farming really good on this.
Just look at this Ember Spirit's net worth. He's at 4,200 in comparison to the almost 7,000 OD. It's hard. He knows he already has to go for like small items. He's trying to pick up the bots so he can always join the fights, and then into the Blade Mail, so he gets some int from it, and also being able to kind of reflect that damage since he is behind.
What surge is this? I'll take that as tribute.
Voshka. Weeha's looking for him. Or just smash out Magnetize drop. Do they have enough control? Sin moving forward. He's got the Fiend's Grip.
Yeah.
Alright, there we go. That's an easy one there for middle feed. Get the kill. No punish there from Empire whatsoever. Still, of course, Chappie at the top on his Bloodseeker.
FN has a full Hurricane Pike. That's pretty scary now. This OD level 13, an absolute monster. There's a lot of, they've got the silence at least for him to kind of deal with him a bit, but it's looking very hard for mid or feed to kind of take fights wherever the OD is, and it should be Empire just trying to get on the aggressive constantly whenever it's going to be nighttime, whenever they have lasso, any of these combinations, they can always take the fights.
Rune of double damage.
Radiant's bottom tower is
We've got a mirror movement kind of coming out. All of mid or feed positioned in the Radiant jungle, while all of Empire positioned in the Dire jungle. Chappie gets top tower.
See if they can get anything with this.
Look at Kezu cutting the creep wave with that Ion Shell, the Helmet Dominator creep in the mid lane. They look like they're probably going to be able to kill the Dominated creep, so good bounty going for FN there, but they did lose their creep wave to push that tier 2. So nice little play there by
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I should get this scissor. They're sticking around down, and we are actually looking to jump in onto the Night Stalker, and he's got the setup. Kezu bringing in the dominated creep. They've got the lockdown.
Tomato. Oh, he actually gets out. They drop the sanity for him. That's definitely worth it.
But look at this. Sin just goes straight in with the Fiend's Grip, controlling the OD. They've got the vacuum wall onto two with the Magnetize as well. Cinder and the boys are doing it. Triple kill for Kezu. They do not mind Tomato going down in that situation. And in fact, they've got the Nightmare onto Chap. Can they get this kill? They've
got a Centaur stun too.
He's still got the stun. Get him in there. Get that creep in there, boy. Here we go. Oh, Chappie does get the chance to Hurricane Pike out. They didn't quite have the control in time. They will chase. Ghost Stick's there, trying to slow them down, flame breaking them back. But Weeha, he surged forward, going up into the base, looking for Chappie. Chappie will shrine up. Weeha kicks him away, goes for the TP up on the high ground. Will he make it in time? He does. Weeha gets out. Kezu does pay with his life though, as Miposhki gets him. And a little bit surprised there that the Bloodseeker had the chance to Hurricane Pike.
I think he missed Micro the Centaur, it looked like. Because like the roll came out and it unslept him, and then the Centaur Stomp was actually up there. But they're just going for kills, right? They're not like trying to kill the tower. I mean, they don't really have great building hitters either way, but they really overcommitted there.
They needed that. They really needed that Bloodseeker kill. Yeah. That would have been absolutely massive. And Chappie's still having a fantastic game. Looking to build into the Radiance next after this Hurricane Pike.
They did. I mean, they showed some nice, beautiful combo there. The vacuum into the Spirit spells was quite nice.
Sin just having the balls. He just waltzed right up to the tier 2 tower and Fiend's Grip someone deep behind it. And that gave the time and the setup to look towards the OD. And well, in fact, we'll be able to catch this one again. Weeha straight away setting up.
This one he gets the Centaur comes in.
Perfect play.
So it's on cooldown for 20 seconds. Tomato, of course, gets nuked down by FN here, and then the grip comes out afterwards. They don't have anything to cancel it.
I mean, we'll see again, I imagine.
Look at that combo though. That's a beautiful stun combo.
That's the Dark Zero Spirit we've been talking about since the draft. It's just, it's when it works, it really does.
There's actually another battle going on. They actually catch out Chappie while this replay's going on.
So who interrupts the sleep early? Yeah, it's the roll.
So there's a big fight actually going on right now in the Radiant jungle. They do pick up Chappie. Synderen gets a grip off onto FN. FN goes down as well. And this is looking like...
Look at that boulder smash from Weeha. He gets 2 of them. And with the chains, mid or feed, they are pulling off some serious execution here in the team fights. There is no doubt about that at all.
Yeah, they just went right back in with all their abilities up with Magnetize and with the Omni Slash back. And with Manta Style finished up on Jug, it's pretty hard for them to catch him. They killed the Bloodseeker, and then Empire actually trickled in kind of one by one and got picked off. But it was good positioning.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. We did miss that fight, but don't worry, we got a replay for you. And there we have a great way to start as well.
See, but then they come in. Look, they already just lost him, and Batrider gets the lasso. But FN gets silenced up, they get the combo on him, and now bam, he gets Fiend's Grip for just long enough. Cancel comes in while the Batrider slept, so great spell usage there coming out from Synderen. And then yeah, Empire kind of took that fight on the terms of mid or feed rather than the other way around.
Yeah, there wasn't no need for them to jump in once their Bloodseeker had gone, but I guess just, and they thought overestimating what they could do, yeah. I mean, this is the thing as we're seeing it. As soon as that OD is silenced, it's very limited what he can actually do in these fights.
Yep.
And Weeha's performance, it's been absolutely on point on the Earth Spirit.
One of his best heroes.
It is, especially coming into this new role.
Yeah.
This is one of the heroes that he's played in the mid.
Yeah, when he played it mid, that was spectacular. Everybody was like, what? Mid? Yeah. Oh my god, he's so good at Earth Spirit. Yeah, this is definitely where you're seeing it shine. And him and Kezu are showing some pretty good teamwork coming out of it.
Yeah.
And now Kezu's got mech finished up too after all these engagements coming out, so their team fight is looking pretty damn strong if they can actually be sure to take them at the right locations.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Cancel.
He's out of there.
He's good, he's good.
They get a tower out of it too.
And to be fair, Cancel's getting a bit of money. He is he's looking towards the Yule Scepter though, of course.
He keeps changing his build though. I think maybe this one he will keep.
Yeah, I think he needs it, doesn't he?
He had Blade Mail queued up, and then he switched to Radiance, and now he switched to Yule's. So we'll see which one he actually wants to do, because he's probably like, it's like a hard game to play this Ember Spirit.
Dire's top tower is under
attack. He needs something against this catch that Miposhka offers. That's the mech done for Kezu. So yeah, at the moment, considering how things have gone, I think in the 5v5s, you really have to respect just the combination of plays that Middlefield have been putting together. And if you're Empire, you've got to wait on a few more items. Blink is now there for FN. But still very, very vulnerable if he gets jumped on.
Chappie went for blood right damage when he's going for Radiance too, instead of the attack speed. A little weird, but he's got the Hurricane Pike as well, which was also a little weird, but he's just trying some builds out and getting the feel for it. Force Staff's always a pretty good item on the Bloodseeker anyway. So Cancel, continuing to siege. He does buy the Yules now, so he did finish that one up. And we'll probably see what FN go for a BKB next. Yeah, he's got it queued up, but he buys the Blink too before that to be able to get in and out of fights with the Astral. Great save item for himself. Kezu spots out Vanscore, or Vanscore spots out Kezu.
They can go for this kill. Vanscore pops down the Static Storm. Weehar will not connect with the roll onto Vanscore. Does get the smash onto Miposhka. And great usage of the Magnetize there. Connects onto both. Allows them to take down one. Fights sort of split all over the place
double Force Staff.
They do absolutely rupture to pieces Tomato off the back of that, and now they're going to look for more. Sin gets hit by the Blood Bright Silence. Blink 4 from FN. This time it's Empire's turn to take the team fight once again.
Weehar actually finishes off Miposhka. Dives pretty hard for him there.
Dude, he's got a hell of a lot of cash as well.
Yeah.
Straight up Blink Dagger purchase for Weehar.
So that's what we were talking about. You know, the Force Staffs are always great when you have Rupture like that. You know, Bat Rider lasso somebody who double force them, they're dead. They're just straight up dead. So that can be a really cute little combo. And now he's got Relic. Now he's building into that Radiance, that actual right click and damage build that we do see so often on the Bloodseekers.
Yeah, it still certainly is a big old Bloodseeker.
The thing is, like, yeah, I was talking about the Blood Right damage just because I do see people get both, but it was just curious because he went for Midas and he was like, oh, this right click. The Blood Right gets to be really ridiculous though. Once you hit 25, you get that minus cooldown, and yeah, that damage adds up, and so is the silence. Cancel bottom.
Oh, is he going to try and play around with this? He's should just go for a bit of a tease and then a way out, and there we have it. Just playing around with Chappie. Feeling fairly confident, of course, with that Yules. And it's very hard for Empire to have any sort of chance of catching him once the remnants are out there. Still, only a 1k lead at the moment for Empire. Kills favouring that of middle feed.
Yeah, Tomato's got the items that he needs for the Jug already so far too. He's got the Manta, the Diffusal, almost level 18. He's feeling pretty good on that Jug. And Cancel with those bots, you know, he's keeping the lanes pushed in, he's keeping them moving around all over the place, so Empire's not being able to take advantage of this, you know, Night Stalker Bat Rider combo because there's an Ember Spirit constantly pushing one lane, and then there's an Ion Shell dominated creep split pushing the other lane. So they're having a pretty hard time actually shoving the lanes in and finding opportunities for those ganks. However, they do scan. It seems like they know that mid or feet are going into that Roche pit.
It's not necessarily the quickest.
No, it's not. Bottom lane, Miposhka ran down by Cancel.
Cancel. Solo kill. It's a fairly safe Roche though with the healing ward. But yeah, Empire is certainly aware that something's going on. And what sort of play can they do to disrupt it? Ghost Stick already in the neighborhood with the Firefly. It's going to wear off though. Roshan just down to half, and middle feed deciding to play it safe. At least for the moment. Retreating out of the pit. Now Empire ready to commit for the fight. Smoke doesn't catch onto FN, just the three of them moving forward. As long as Ghosty can get a lasso, they should have a pretty good chance of finding a kill. They just have to be aware of Sind and his Nightmare.
They throw the scan out. They know where Empire is positioned now on that high ground next to FN. They want to get that high ground positioning too for a mid or feed. Yeah. Like fighting in the Roche pit can be amazing. In the Roche pit can be amazing for mid or feed, but there's so many angles of approach that they want to be able to get that vacuum combo, right? But when you're fighting versus Night Stalker and Bat, there's so many ways that they can get into the fight. It's really difficult to really stand your ground in there.
And Tomato continuing to farm at a very good pace. 27 minutes in. And Council making the slow but sure recovery from a pretty nasty early game.
Only 11.4 of Cinderin's game says he had more kills than deaths. Thank you, Nox, for that stat. Not mid or feed. For Mr. Sin. He's got Aether Lens. He's got an item.
He's doing alright this game.
The cast range on that makes it really nice.
Hey, I mean, he's 5, 3, and 9 on this bane. Not a bad performance at all from from Sin so far. Cancel working towards their Lincolns.
Yeah, we see double Lincoln's going to be being built up on mid or feed to be able to deal with that lasso and the rupture, of course.
BKB is
actually 3. They're building 3 Lincolns. Sorry.
Triple. Okay. Oh, well, of course. Yeah.
Oh, just kidding. Tomato switch to BKB. They've been switching items a lot. And yeah, Empire looks like they just want to pick up BKBs of their own. Yep. They know that it's majority magic damage coming out from mid or feed. It's only the Juggernaut who delivers that physical. Oh, he actually gets silenced up on cancel. He does get the Yules off, of course, and he's got a defensive remnant. I thought maybe the Disruptor would get the Static Storm under, but he was just out of range.
Very hard to catch him.
Weehaw with the Blink Dagger, looking to go on mid. Actually gets gone on himself,
yeah,
though.
the lasso comes through before he can roll away. So we are gone. Anything more? Yeah, Miposhka's looking to chase this. Cancels in the neighborhood. Nightmare to hold back the Night Stalker, but they take the Nightmare off. Fits in. He turns with this Fiend script. They can look to play. FM pops the BKP, but he gets beat down.
Sin?
Sin finally drops, but he certainly gave it his all there, allowing them to turn, take down FN, and now they're looking for more. They've got the illusion out with the wall, chains onto 2, going for the Disruptor. It's a double kill for Cancel, and they're not done yet. Looking for Chappie, Diffusal Blade holding him back. He goes for the Blood Bright, does manage to catch both of them, but Chappie's gone. They cut down another. They've lost 3 on the side of Empire. The middle feed, they're looking to chase down more. Look at this, the surge up on the Ember Spirit, going up to the high ground, finding Miposhka. He has got the Shrine. Kezu trying to come into the neighborhood. Can they finish it off? They remnant back in. Cancel gets it. It's a full team wipe. Mid or feed. They're pulling it together. This execution, this team fight, it's almost clinical. It's beautifully done. Only losing Sind in the mix. And he certainly gave his life for the cause there with that Fiend's Grip to kick things off.
He keeps getting them. Like, it's like perfect duration for the Fiend's Grip. And then, yeah, the Omni Slash on top of the OD just gets brought down, even though he has BKB. And now it's a Roche. That's pretty... Pick up the edges.
Middle feed.
Yeah, this is the power of having like the Manta Diffusal so early on the Jug too. He's having a really good time chasing people, and the wall as well. The wall coming into play there with the Bloodseeker illusion with the Radiance burning people down. Yeah, mid or feed really catching up in this one now. Almost the Lincoln's now finished up for the Ember Spirit. Levels looking good. They've swung this one around entirely. If you look at the experience and gold,
they really have. Yeah,
and now in their favor.
And just again, Tomato, he was given all the space, and he absolutely has made use of it.
Yeah,
he's playing very nicely. 5-2 and 8. To be only 1K behind the Bloodseeker that had a 6-minute minus, you're over the moon if you're that Jug. That's very, very solid farm pacing, and he's nearly got that Lincoln's done. And then he'll feel very, very confident into fight.
Oh, weehaw with the quick blink.
Very close to getting caught.
Almost gets glimpsed as well, yeah. DD bottom. Cancel going to be grabbed.
And Cancel, he's only like 1K behind this OD. You know, this gap between him and FN has nearly been closed. One more team fight in favor of middle feed, and he's going to be back on top. So
looks like Jug went back for the Lincolns, so they're going to have 3 Lincolns. Top lane, looks like they're setting up for Cancel here. They break the Lincolns, get the Rupture to use to so, but nope. He is gone.
Yeah, the decision to just get that Yules has been very, very, very nice. It's so hard to catch that.
Yeah, the bots and the Yules, the bots just really helping him force the lanes out, so they're able to take fights on like much better counts than Empire has been able to. Even though Empire is the ones playing with the Night Stalker Bat, which usually you'd say is gonna get the majority of those initiations. And it's not like mid or feed has like that crazy initiator that we always talk about. They have like a Darkseer who kind of like runs in. Now that of course they have the blink on Weehaw, but they've just been doing a good job of like turning the fights around while they get gone on.
And the push to come down bottom, Cancel, DD in the bottle. The Maelstrom next up. Some Lincoln Sphere out. Cancel. Yeah, they only really kill this Ember now if he gets too over aggressive. Cancel should be able to get himself out of almost all situations that they throw at him.
So once the Aegis expires, we'll probably see Empire try to pick fights with these double BKBs they have. But in response, mid or feed is going to have, I'm pretty sure that triple Lincoln's finished up. They've got Jugs, they've got Embers, and Darkseers is about 100 gold away. So they'll have a lot of ways to be able to block that Rupture and Lasso.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I'm looking for this tier 2. Tomato does not care about the Blood Bright. Blade Fury straight up. And we are just in the tree line. Looking for the perfect opening. Nighttime. Summon from Miposhka. Look at the D ward. Tomato heading back forward. And in fact, Cancel coming in with a bit of a wraparound. It has the DD.
They want to take advantage of Aegis still. They want to use it.
They're trying to punish. Lincoln Sphere's going to get the block off.
Midfield really wants to take this fight before Aegis goes down. So they break the Lincolns. They get the Rupture.
Blade Fury to dodge that glimpse. So nothing is done at all off the back of that Rupture. Healing Warden, he's back up to full. So now with the Rupture down, as you say, still a little bit of time with that Aegis. Middle feed, they're standing their ground. Cancel's keeping a bit of pressure on the bottom lane. And Empire just sort of asking themselves, what can they actually do to stop this? I think the mistake looks to have been just allowing Tomato to have as much farm as he had. This Jug is now a huge issue. And they may have done well in the early game in the other lanes, but it's just not seeming to be enough now to deal with the Jug and how this hero plays in these sort of matchups that he's in.
Yeah, just that one big fight, that 1-5-0 fight into the Aegis, and it's just Midfield getting some much better use of the map now since they have, they have map dominance for a couple minutes, and Empire can't take advantage of their vision lineup. But now, like we said, the triple BKB is finished up because even Batrider has a full BKB too. He should be pretty free to try to go for some type of pickoffs or some type of fight once that Aegis is gone. They draw the line. Ghostic wants to battle. They know Aegis is getting reclaimed in a very short period of time.
Can they get the jump? Weehar's going to be on the front lines at the moment. Fortification comes out. There's the jump forward. They're already ready to kick things off. Chains holds back 2. Look at the glimpse, bringing Weehar away. In fact, it kind of brings him back to safety. Ghostic jumps forward, does get the lasso onto the Jug. That's the big one. Have they got the damage to bring him down? They have, but the Aegis was still there.
It just was ticking out. Like
that must have been in the last few seconds, do you think?
That was like the last second of the Aegis, yeah.
No. What? All skill, all plan, and Chappie.
And they get Chappie.
He's not getting out. The BKB wears out just in time for the favor of middle feed to get that boulder smash in. And that's Chappie gone for 80. Does have buyback available.
I think that was literally like
it must have been on the
second because I was looking at the timer. It was on. It was on that marker. It was on the marker. But that was what happened there was actually Weeha. They tried to initiate on Weeha, but the blink got canceled from Batrider from the Ion Shelled Wildkin, and then Weeha was starting his roll, and he kicked a stone as he was about to roll and stunned 3 people, and then started the magnetized combo. So that was beautiful.
Look at this, Weeha just comes in immediately with the boulder smash onto FN, does manage to get himself forced back, but the tier 3's gone. Empire, they've got no Bloodseeker, they'll get the glimpse back onto Weeha, silence him up. He has the Blade Mail though, they'll hold him back in the Astral. Tomato just heads in with the Blade Fury, looking for Vanscore, slows him down with the Diffusal Blade, will get the Disruptor kill. They'll lose Weeha for it. Can Empire punish any more? Can still holding them back with the chains, seems to say no, you cannot. Lincoln's is now done for FN. Still trying to play around, 2 down at the moment on Empire.
They know they're still an Omni Slash. They just have to be a bit careful of that.
Can they stop this? That's the melee rack starting to fall. Middle feed. Looking to claim it, and they will. Ghostic jumps forward. Quick Manta from Tomato to throw him off. There's the buyback from Disruptor. They've already lost the melee racks though. A middle feed, I believe they'll just get themselves the hell out of there. FN trying to see if he could get some sort of catch, but they're out. They get the racks, they get out. They even get that buyback forced out as well on Disruptor. They could not have hoped for more here, middle feed.
They're doing a really good job of not allowing Empire to really get their spells off.
Very, very impressive play indeed. 27-17, 5k gold lead now. Blink Dagger on cancel. Blink Yules Lincoln's. He can dance around the entire lineup of Empire for days.
They're not done either. Even though it's nighttime, they've got a smoke. They're looking to get the action going. FN is pretty far out mid. They might be able to catch him here. The pings are coming out.
Which way are they going to head up? Maybe by the shrine. They're heading around behind Roche at the moment.
It is nighttime.
Smoke on smoke though. Empire have the high ground. What sort of jump can they get? Lincoln's there on Kezu, vacuum onto 2, the wall's down as well. Tomato moving in, FN's already popped the BKB though, committing, turning towards Weeha, will claim the Earth Spirit, but that Blade Mail sending a lot of damage back the way of FN. He had to get out of there. Riposte gets chopped down by Cancel. Tomato comes in with a big Omni Slash, cuts down Ghostic. They've found 3. FN, he astrals himself, middle feed just around him. FN drops the Sanity's Eclipse. It's not quite enough damage to kill anyone. Nightmare there protecting Kezu. Cinnamon with the save, keeping them alive. Again, Weeha's down, but he does what he needs to at the start of the fight, committing with the spells. And that Blade Mail, I say as well, that did a lot. FN, he wanted that kill. It cost him a lot of his health, and then allowing the rest of Midfield to really clean up. And I can't remember the last time that Empire won a team fight this game. This is just middle feed all the way to the bank.
Pretty much for the last, like, I don't even know how long it's been, last 12, 13 minutes, maybe even more than that, 14 minutes, that they've just been taking the better fights. And yeah, the combos coming out, and the Batrider unable to get good lassos. All the Lincolns now, of course, makes it almost impossible. And this looks like it's just game over.
Cancel's just jumping in, chains onto 2. And they feel so confident now. I mean, Chappie pops down a Rupture, but the BKB's out from Tomato. There's no messing here from middle feed. They're going for objectives. Fan score, he may even just get beat down outside of his base. Does get back into the fountain in time, keeps him alive. Tomato goes for the BKB, TP out, and he will make it. Cancels out as well with the Remnant. And they've got what they came for. They get that second set of racks.
The thing that's impressive to me is how Midfiend's taking the fights. Like they have the vision advantage. Like they have the Night Stalker. It almost seems like that whenever they're getting their combos off, because they're getting everything off perfectly while Empire is really struggling to take the fights. This Darkseer is just such a problem, and now they're also tanky. They're also durable. Yeah, the Jug pick is really working out for them.
Yeah, the Jug, yeah. I gotta say, I love it. You know, we sort of had a laugh with questions in, had a bit of a poke and a jive, but the draft is, it seems to be genius. The Jug this game, it does everything. Everything that you want your position 1 to do.
Yeah.
So, and the Ember Spirit as well. Cancel is incredibly hard to deal with.
Yeah, and the 2 big cores are very good versus like the Disruptor, let's say. The Disruptor and the Night Stalker don't do too much versus these 2 big cores. No. And something we always say about Disruptor is it's amazing when you're winning, but when you're getting ran at, this hero is so hard to play because you just have to try to throw your spells down.
Right, they're going forward. They've managed to grab Sin. They're dragging him back, but where's the damage? Weeha's already keeping the Disruptor off to the sideline. Fans call. We'll get the Static Storm out. Nightmare's there, holding back Chappie, but Cinder's gone. Will we get... Although he'll get 1, but can they get more? That's the question. Chappie, blood right down onto Weeha. We'll get blocked back. It's a 2 for 2. Empire finding a FN. I can't believe he survived then. Is he going to tick out? Oh, FN does live. Bottom lane Cancel. He's moving in. He's looking to play around with Ghostic. So a 2 for 2 trade there. Can they get... This is a huge one if they can, but again, just the control is nowhere near enough. Cancel's out.
Tomato now with like a full BKB. He literally just walked at FN and he's like, what do you got? Just pops the BKB, just starts right-clicking him, and FN has to just try to run away and can't take the fights properly. This is, yeah, it's looking like it's Midfiend's game to lose now, but they're crushing it for sure in the fight.
Cancel it, just whittling away at his racks. He knows that he can get away with this every time.
And with an Arcane Rune on top of that too. No risk. So Tomato able to solo that rush, gets himself Aegis G's. And this should be where we see the final push of the game coming out. See if Empire's going to be able to do anything, but it's looking pretty grim for them. Double level 25s coming out for Midfield, Juggernaut and Ember respectively.
Look at this as well. You know, Chappie's he's pretty much got the money for the butterfly, but he needs to get out to that secret shop somehow. And if he doesn't, that is essentially 6k gold that he has that's just useless. You know, talisman and quarterstaff in the backpack.
Yeah.
So not having that butterfly for this final hold, it's going to be pretty painful.
He took the lifesteal talent as well, not the blood right cooldown. I actually don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah,
I mean, the lifesteal
every game, blood
I always see the blood right because it's got like a
it's ridiculous. The whole, defending it late game.
Yeah. A little bit different.
All right, and that's the courier down as well. That butterfly is going to be a bit of just a dream here for this Bloodseeker that's not going to be there.
I don't know how much the blood right cooldown would do this game too, but yeah, pointing out a couple.
Look at this Cancel just forcing FN back to base.
Yeah. And now here we go. The group up happens. They pop the darkness for Empire. They want to try to, of course, try to defend this as best as possible, but it is so difficult now. continuing to force the other two waves in. Cancel puts down a Remnant, goes top. And here comes the slow and steady defeat. Cancel.
I mean,
He's like, okay, force someone left. I go right. Kansas shitty shuffle.
and look, Chappie's already got the. He's just brought another courier. He really wants that butterfly. He's brought a fresh one and he's sending it out. Tomato heads forward with the Blade Fury. Getting the damage down. The Bloodbright will connect though, and in fact, Tomato, that's the Aegis down.
He's got BKB when he's up
Look
too.
at this Fiend Script though, Sin.
Oh, the three-man combo!
The combo comes in. Kezu with the setup. Weehaw with the follow through.
Yeah, they just call GG.
That is absolutely over. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, Cinderin.
They did it. They executed really well. They pretty much made a couple overextended like dives, but they were on the aggressive all over the place this game, and it seemed to catch Empire completely off guard. They were really disconnected. They never seemed to be the ones making like the plays happening with the Batrider and the Night Stalker. It was just them being like, okay, we need to respond to mid or feed, and they kept like running in kind of one by one and getting comboed up by the Darkseer and the Earthspirit. I mean, it's pretty damn well played by them.
Yeah, I think I've got to say, man of the match for me has to be Weehaw, really. From the early game to the late game, his smashes, his silences were absolutely key to winning those little engagements, and yeah.
Kept getting like he would either get initiated on and die, and then they would like some like weird thing happen, or he'd like stop their initiation and get a 2 or 3 man boulder smash. So yeah, really well played, really well done. Definitely
showing us that this is a team that if you're going against, you've got to think about that Earthspirit in the draft, because I think Middle Field will certainly look at any opportunity to get Weehaw's hands on it. Well, there we have, ladies and gentlemen, game 1. Cinderin and the lads, mid or feed, will take the victory as Empire's third loss today. It's a painful day. There's one more game. We'll see if Empire can get one in the bag, or if Cinder and the boys can take a clean 2-0. We'll see you after a short break.